Good morning, Don't Unfriend Me Nation. 24 hours from oral surgery, bone removed, bone graft, tooth, chiseling, hammering. Oh, man, my tire. I feel like I literally got hit by a truck or an F-35, but that's a whole nother conversation. What happened? Oh, Donald Trump. He went to South Carolina on a tour. He stopped into a gun store. Nothing illegal. Nothing wrong with that. He didn't do anything wrong. And he literally held a Glock, a commemorative Glock for Donald Trump. It's all the latest craze. You take your Glock, a third party goes ahead and they mill it, they paint it, they put cool stuff on it, and they sell it back to you and whatever. It sits and collect dust, and it's a commemorative a piece to go ahead and tell and friends and all that other stuff. My uncle had one of Teddy Roosevelt. He had one of Patton, an old 45. Who cares? Do what you want. It's your life. If Donald Trump wants to go into a gun store and see that, he has every right to do that. I don't care how many indictments that they throw at him, 91 or whatever, but here they're thinking 92 is now apropos. Why? Well, because, like I said, Donald Trump simply held a Glock in his hand and said the words, "I'd like to buy this." He didn't say, wrap this up. Here's my credit card. Here's my ID. Let me fill out the background check. I got to figure out how to go ahead and get this on my plane and get it back to Florida. Or maybe what we'll do is we'll just hold it here on layaway, and then you can go ahead and sell it in Florida and ship it to me. What? None of that. He just said, "Oh, I'd like to own this. I'd like to buy this." I've said those things. I would like to buy a plane someday. I would like a 50 cal Barrett sniper rifle. I would like. We espouse it all the time. It doesn't mean he's going to take it home and wrap it up. But this photo op turned into incriminating evidence for the amazing, smart news media of the day. Indicted Trump asked to buy a Glock at campaign stop, which would be illegal. Right. And if my grandmother had balls, she'd be my grandfather. But he didn't buy it. And how do we know this? From these wonderful reporters, Jose Pagliari and Alex Nguyen. Their titles are political investigations reporter. Well, obviously, you don't know how to investigate because you didn't buy the damn thing. And Alex Nguyen is the breaking news intern. Where do they come up with these titles? Are there any credentials, or do they just hire people off the street who know how to lie and pontificate? Of course, Occupy Democrats, Brian Krasenstein, Harry Sisson, all the usual pundits for the left and the media machine. This is the title. Breaking: Donald Trump appears to violate. Appears to violate. Well, folks, we can turn off the lights and go home. This show's over. Nothing else to say. It appears, which basically you're just saying it's kind of like, or if he would have done this, this would have happened. It's a whole bunch of speculation. But he appears to violate federal law by purchasing a Glock semi-automatic handgun. What does that matter? 90% of the guns out there are semi-automatic guns. Who cares? But of course, I'm surprised they didn't say that has a bunch of flashlights and it's tactical and it's got fully automatic rounds in it. Please. Something that he is legally banned from doing because of his felony indictment. This could turn into a huge problem for Trump, but it won't. Why? Well, because he didn't buy the damn thing. Let's listen to the video because there's always proof in the pudding. Listen close.
Like this from Glock.
Wow. And they sell well.
Yes, they sell very well.
They like it.
I got to buy one.
Sir, if you want one, this one.
No, I want to buy one. I want to buy one.
Can I get one more picture with the president?
Go ahead.
And that's right.
I want to buy one. Can I get a picture? And then he moves off. Of course he's going to say that. He's sitting in a gun store. There's a gentleman there, just like he wants to buy hamburgers or just like he wants to hand out pizza or paper towels. Donald Trump says things and he has what's he going to say? Oh, can you please remove that from me? I have 91 indictments that are pending. Unfortunately, it's illegal for me to be in the presence of a firearm because it's not. He can actually hold a firearm if he wants to. He can look at a firearm. He can even go to a range and fire a gun. What he can't do is buy a gun right now because of these 91 indictments that are hanging over his head. And it's a federal mandate. So what? He didn't buy the gun.
Well, Julian, hey, the Attorney General, jump in. Come on, Attorney General. You look good.
Now, I am surprised that what they said is, how come the Attorney General didn't advise Trump? Because he wasn't buying it. That's the whole point. They will look for absolute anything to hang over Trump's head. But here's the interesting part about this whole thing. If you're going to be upset, and I understand that Hunter Biden is not running for office, but you guys have sit here and excused the things that he did. It's pretty simple. If you're going to be mad about one, you better be mad about the other, because here's the charge for Biden. Count one, he wrongfully filled out ATF Form 4473 firearm transfer report, and in the course of doing so, claimed fraudulently that he was not a drug user. Now, that is a separate crime in itself, because it is a transfer form. Once he goes ahead and fills out that form and the information is false, that is right there a charge. But once he hands the form in to willfully purchase a firearm, that is where the second charge comes in. And it's on the false declaration form 4473 to the gun shop. In order to buy the gun, that is a felony in itself. And number three, he was charged with actually purchasing the gun in question based on the use of the fraudulent form. It's 3 individual steps, 3 individual charges. And all of them deserve to be looked into and ultimately charged. But of course, the left is saying, well, there's no there there. There's nothing that Hunter Biden did that was wrong. And people aren't charged for this ever. It's just something you kind of look over. Well, that's not true. Especially when drugs are involved. If you lie on a form, you're held accountable. You want to hold Donald Trump for simply holding a firearm and espousing that he would like to buy the gun. But of course, Hunter Biden, it's no big deal. This is the problem. I explained this to you 3 years ago, that they are going to continue everything that Trump does throughout this campaign. They are going to bring it back towards the cases. They have put all of their money into this. This has nothing to do now with he's unelectable because he's a racist or he's a Nazi. No, that doesn't work anymore. They are going to focus strictly on these court proceedings and these indictments. And the reason why is because that's their all in. They don't have any policy. They can't sit here and talk about Joe Biden's record with the economy or world stasis or the valuation of the dollar or food cost or unemployment based upon actually people stop looking for employees because they can't find them anymore. Some of these jobs have been open for 2 years and they're unable to fulfill them. So these jobs drop off, which helps unemployment. Plus people are working multiple jobs, which also impacts the number. Joe Biden can't run on his record. The only thing he can run on is that Donald Trump is in trouble with the law because of all these indictments. And these gun charges are just the same. Once again, stupidity from the mass media and from the left. Do we expect anything different? Folks, my name is Matthew Spear. I am the host of The Dumb Show. Tonight we'll be on 8 o'clock with my wife, Olivia. We are a little worse for wear, but we'll be on tonight. Remember, Wednesday, we will also have debate night. Do me a favor, stop by The Dumb Show, pick up a hat, pick up a shirt, or something to that effect. We will see you all next time on the Don't Unfriend Me show.
Yeah, hello. I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the Army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.